thing.
It's on the right thing.
Yeah. Started recording. Or
there it goes.
There it is.
Okay, cool. Sorry, I could not get the microphone to work. I think we're good to go now.
Okay. I went and got the virus cores I was missing, and this was the only thing that happened new, is I got another email from Mistral. And then Gardenia said to me, I like raw food. I really don't know why. I don't know that I've emailed her at all, have I? Fucking shit. I like cooked food.
Fucking brilliant conversation. So you did some grinding and you got the virus cores you need.
Yes, and I remembered there were two missions on the Delta server that I had, which I can go ahead and do before I do the Theta server story mission.
Okay.
Can I buy speed charms? Because I need one to go kill a goblin. That was Tim, by the way, that we just ran by.
Tim who?
Tim.
It just gave him,
was just Tim.
Somebody named Tim.
Oh, can you not buy speed charms?
So what are the virus cores for? You need those to unlock certain gates?
Yeah, you need them to hack the gates.
Hack the planet?
Yes, hack the planet. That's storage.
Do we have the movie Hackers on VHS? I don't think so. I think we watched it.
We watched it, but yeah, I think it was on
digital.
like Prime or something.
We need to get that. It's a good movie. Hey, Colin. I think the chat's a little weird for some reason.
Speed charm. I'm gonna grab.
Like everything was working very slowly for a second there. The audio is all fucked up.
Is it okay now?
Yeah, it seems to be.
Okay.
I don't know if it was broadcasting that way, but it was all fucked up on my end.
Yeah, taskbar's covering up the thing that tells you if you have any errors.
Okay.
Well, it doesn't have any.
I'm sleepy, Colin. That's how I am. I slept like half the day, but I'm still sleepy. How are you, Colin? Did you get any more miniatures painted? Oh, I need to show you the miniatures he sent me pictures of.
Playing tag with me is not a game anymore.
Oh, you did paint some more? Yeah, I do want to see them. Oh, you also sent me some music that I need to listen to. Haven't listened to that yet. Oh, sorry. I didn't realize you were chasing this guy around.
Oh, he's real fucking fast. Oh, of course it fucking missed. Oh, he downed my speed. No, wait, no, that's me. Sorry, that's the
Yeah, you just
speed.
cast the thing.
It
right?
just looked like I did something bad, though. Like the icon was red. I got any good... Here's a level 2. Wow, can you just not hit him with... There we go.
I give up. Looks like my info wasn't much use in a game of tag.
I saw... elephants?
Elephants?
See them?
Elephants? Oh yeah, there are elephants in the distance.
That's not what I was... I saw... grunty food. Here's a fucking whale. Here it is.
What does your grunty want to eat now?
La pumpkin?
La
No. It was Lapumpkin last time I looked. Did I ever feed him any?
don't know.
What is happening to the camera? Oh, there's something there that's making it clip into me. These guys are very, very high-pitched.
Oh, yeah.
Here's one of those elephants up close.
Oh, is it a dead elephant?
Yeah, this is like some sort of...
Like, Ice Age
Yeah.
kind of land?
Alright, that's about enough of you motherfuckers.
White cherry sounds like a fake flavor, like blue raspberry. Like it has no analog to a real thing.
Oh, hell yeah, dude.
Minotaur Skeleton Man. We got fucking some kind of lich man. We got a fucking other lich guy with a staff. Fucking skeleton
OG.
motherfucker. These are the ones he just sent me, which are like...
Nazguls.
They look like Crimson Nazguls. Like, holy shit. They look fucking cool.
Oh, I got these gloves. Are they any good? No. What is duck lay?
What are you painting these for, Colin? Because these look like generic D&D miniatures. Are they specific to a game? They are for D&D? Okay, cool.
I still can't get Mia an elk, I don't think.
Is there a specific brand of paint that you use?
Alrighty, I'm coming. Thank you.
Vallejo, Citadel, and Reaper paint. I'm familiar with Citadel and Reaper.
Citadel's the one I always hear of.
Yeah. Is Vallejo, like, worse Vallejo?
So what was the level in this? 6. Okay, I probably have a ton of shit I can give to you, not to me.
Vallejo tends to be used by historical model painters. I guess that's why I'm not aware of it. So I guess it's not Boris Vallejo, but in fact, I think his name only has one L in it. Better for earth tones.
I don't have a ton that I can give her, but I do have some. Oh, not you.
Yes. Can I help? Thank you.
Game paints tend to have more vibrant pigmentations. Yeah, like, I know Citadel paint is very... First of all, it seems very pricey to me. But I know it's got, like, some very nice pigments. But then again, I guess I don't really know how expensive that stuff is because I don't know how long a bottle of it lasts. It seems like maybe it lasts for a while once you buy a specific color. So what are you doing now? Like, where are you?
I had
Onion.
2 missions. One was to go kill another goblin to get that set of that goblin gear.
Mm-hmm.
And then another one is like the mission with Natsume here, where it's somebody looking for a specific weapon. So they posted on the board, you know, where do I find this weapon? And people have said here at this place, and then you know, write down that place, go to the place. And it looks like it's, you know, the same situation where I go into the dungeon, get the weapon, and if I give it to the dude, he'll give me his
Twilight onion.
contact info.
Twilight onion. Twilight onion.
This is a game about collecting annoying food that screams at you.
Twilight onion. Twilight onion.
Oh, Colin's having a stroke.
Oh, I can't fit through there, I guess. Is this the dungeon? I don't know that I've... Well, this may just be a Stonewall dungeon. The exterior is just fire-themed.
Came here on a tip from the BBS, and now look at me. All of these treasure boxes are full of junk. This ain't funny.
Shit.
Hate to say this.
Is that
You're
Solid
looking for a
Snake?
sword as well.
That's Sanjuro.
It's a waste of time.
What did that mean, 30-year-old?
What?
Because that's the second movie, isn't it? It's Yojimbo, Sanjuro. Or am I
Yeah.
confusing them?
No, I don't think so. Are you asking what Sanjuro means?
Yeah, because
I
that's the
can't-
name he makes up in the movie. They're like, what's your name? And he looks at something, goes,
Oh,
30-year-old, whatever.
Yeah, you're right. I can't remember.
Because, like, one is like 30-year-old white camellia blossom or some shit.
Yeah, Sanjuro is 30-year-old Camellia.
Oh, okay.
Oh, were you wanting to leave the music bot off for
Yeah,
this
because
game?
this is voice acted, so I kind of wanted to leave it intact.
Yeah, I think we'll probably just do the music on the weekends for right now. I just looked up Sanjuro and I remembered how fucking beautiful Toshiro Mifune is.
I know. Like, unfucking fair, my dude.
He's this gorgeous, gorgeous samurai man. Have either of us been up to anything creative lately? You been up to anything creative?
I'm trying to work on that comic.
Yeah, you are.
Which is always this fucking bizarre path, because it's, okay, I need to make a comic, so I need to come up with a plot for a comic, characters for a comic, and then I need to draw the comic. And my brain goes, okay, but you're going to be drawing this a lot, so why don't you learn to use Blender so you can make a 3D model of this character? And it's like, you're an idiot, bitch, and you'll never learn.
So you spend all your time making a 3D model of something?
I don't spend any time doing it because I have to learn to use Blender, and that takes a while, and then sometimes it's successful and sometimes it's not.
But you are actually drawing the comic now. I saw
Yeah.
you several times today with panels up.
I mean, I have 16 pages thumbnailed out.
So how many pages do you have drawn?
Technically one, I suppose. It's just not in the right form.
Mm-hmm.
I have to edit it a little bit.
Is it just sketched out, or like how finished is it?
Like, it's painted. It's that picture of that door, because, like, the first page is just closing up on a door.
Okay.
So basically, I just had to paint a big picture of the door, and then I'm gonna sort it down into panels.
Colin wants to know what the comic is about.
It's that thing we mentioned a while back about an immortal thief that cannot die, as the word immortal implies. Because it's like a story that I don't have a continuous, or like an overall plot for.
Right. But it's called Immortal Rat, right?
Yeah, the immortal rat. With an exclamation point. God damn it. Could have like a bunch of tiny little story ideas within it.
But I mean, it's obviously like fantasy and stuff, right?
Yeah, like dark fantasy
Sword and
shit.
sorcery fantasy stuff.
Or dark and twisted fantasy.
Yeah, he says immortal as in no death from natural causes or cannot die at all.
I don't have in my mind any way for him to actually die. I don't know if that will be the way the whole story plays out.
Because, I mean, part of it is sort of like a Guro thing, right?
Yeah.
Like, you want to draw him being maliciously, horrifically tortured.
Uh-huh. For fun.
For fun. Like that comic you used to see on 4chan, right?
No, not quite like that.
I dug out some typewriters last night because I keep wanting to type on a typewriter and work on a story. But I haven't actually done anything yet.
Well, you had to make the typewriters work again
Yeah.
first.
You read that story I sent you, didn't you, Colin? The old castle. The White Castle. About the hamburgers.
That story about Harold and Kumar.
Colin says that dark fantasy, sword and sorcery has been growing on him, and he thinks that's why he generally prefers pre-5e art for D&D. Like, I'll definitely agree with that. Like, I really like 5th edition art because it's very good and
Why
competent.
don't you leave it with me?
But
Thanks.
I'll definitely agree that like older fantasy art, especially that older TSR stuff, is
This
very
is for
nice.
you. Take it.
Like, you say we played 3E, but I don't remember playing it, but I remember looking through your 3E books a lot, and I really like, especially the way orcs were drawn.
Yeah. I don't think you and I ever played 3rd edition. I played
okay.
it with David and Steven way back when we were in like 5th grade. Yeah, Colin, I definitely love traditionally drawn stuff. I think you can do really nice digital stuff because like most of what you do right now is digital.
Yeah, but it's not like, I grew up at that point in time when digital art wasn't, or was starting to become more viable for people who weren't like in the industry already,
Yeah.
But like, I was mostly, what little classes I did have was on traditional shit, but it was like a public school, so it wasn't in depth or anything.
Yeah.
But like, I'm not trying to talk to you. Digital is just way more forgiving. And obviously you pay for one program.
Instead
you
of having
can-
to replenish supplies.
Yeah, like, so you have a ton of options within one thing. It's not, oh, well, I want to paint, so I've got to buy a canvas, I've got to buy oil paint, I've got to buy the brushes, I've got to buy paint thinner, or, okay, well, now I want to use watercolor, so I have to get watercolor paper and watercolor brushes, because watercolor brushes don't work with oil, and oil brushes don't work with watercolor.
Do you have any traditional pieces that you're really proud of? You have those 2 gouache paintings you did in the last year, right?
What's the other one?
What's the one you're thinking of?
I know I did that one of the plants and the skinless person, but the one I just did was just watercolor.
I know, but maybe you did this one in 2019, but you did that painting of your, one of your D&D characters.
Maybe? I don't know. Oh, Skigget. Yeah, you're right. That was gouache.
What is she?
She's a bugbear.
Yeah, you did a painting of a bugbear.
A bugbear that you mercilessly killed.
I didn't kill her. You let her die.
I didn't let her die.
You didn't play the game right, and you let her die. Yeah, you should dig those up. I could send those to Colin. He would probably like to see those.
I did paint the Swords and Serpents party. It was ink, but I still really like it.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Even if every time I draw lawn sap, I change their design a little bit.
Yeah.
What level is this one place? Because I may take Natsume with... Or, wait, actually. I kind of want to take the new guy with me.
Thank you.
Speaking of thieves and immortal people, you finished Blade of the Immortal.
Yeah.
Did you like the ending?
I mean, yeah, I think it made sense for the comic and everything.
Okay. I'm still thinking about reading it soon.
You should. Like, it's very technically, like,
Yeah.
you know, good.
Did you I'm sorry, you brought up, I'm sorry, you plugged up that Kindle last
Yeah.
night, right? Okay. Because that's why I was looking for it, because I wanted to read some comics. Like, I really want to read some American comics. I just don't know what I want to read, but I might also read that soon. But I restarted The Lies of Locke Lamora last night.
Oh, good.
Because I finished the Venus Complex Saturday night.
Yeah, I started the first Earthsea book.
How far did you get in that?
I only read the first 2 chapters. I didn't think I could stay awake to read another one last
Is that
night.
like
He's on the ship.
Okay, yeah. So like the first chapter, he fights the Kurgish army, or the Kurgish raiders, and then the second chapter, he's living with Ogion the Silent. And then at the end of that one, he sends him to
Roke Island.
Roke Island. That book is so fucking good. Those 3 books are fucking phenomenal.
I am not a fan of canvas painting. I like gouache and I like watercolor. But, like, I like gouache a lot because it's kind of like digital painting. Because you can make gouache completely opaque. So if you fuck up, you can just paint over shit. Which you can do with acrylic paint, too.
Mm-hmm. What audiobooks have you been listening to, Colin?
Root vegetable.
I was not paying attention to the level of this place.
Forgotten Realms. So you just did Darkwalker on Moonshay, and I know you said you started the Black Wizards. I assume you finished that one too. What's the sequel to Black Wizards? Darkwell? Okay. What's wrong?
I feel like this is ridiculously loud for some reason.
It did get louder there for some reason. I'm not
like
sure
that music
why that
was
happened.
like bass boosted.
So you have Senjuro with you, right?
Yeah, he's a little low level, so this may not have been the best idea.
Yeah, I don't know what comic I want to read, but I want to read like something Western. There's a new comic, or relatively new anyway, I think. Let me find it. I want to say it's Image, because most new comics that I see that I want to read are Image comics. Oh no, this is Aftershock Comics. It's called Maniac of New York by Elliot Kalin.
Mm-hmm.
Hang on, when you get out of this fight, I'll show you some covers, because they just look super nice. You read the Oxbow incident? What is the Oxbow incident? I don't know what that is. Oxbow incident. Is that a Western?
Yeah, that art for the comic you were talking about looks pretty good.
Yeah. But I don't really know, like, what the plot is. It's just, you know, it's got a vibe that I think I'd probably enjoy. Elliot Kalin. Let's see what else they've done, if they've done anything I've read before. Oh, Elliot Kalin is the head writer of the Netflix
That's a pretty cool
revival of MST3K.
Oh,
And he was the former head writer for The Daily Show with Jon Stewart. And he is a co-host of the Flophouse podcast.
oh, that's right. I'm
Okay.
like, why does that name sound familiar?
So, well, I wonder how much comedy is in this comic then. Which
Yeah,
is-
like he's a big comic book fan.
Yeah. Looks like he's also written some Superman and X-Men series. He's the one that wrote the dialogue between Spider-Man and Sauron from the X-Men, where Peter says, you can rewrite DNA on
Oh,
the fly,
wow,
and you're
really?
using it to turn people into dinosaurs. With tech like that, you could cure cancer. And Sauron says, but I don't want to cure cancer. I want to turn people into dinosaurs. Well, that's probably a good comic then. I should probably read that for sure.
Yeah, because I listened to them talk about the Venom movie, and he talks about being obsessed with Venom
Yeah.
when he was a kid.
Hell yeah. Like, God, that era of the fucking Spider-Man comics always looks so fucking good to me. And like, I've read Secret Wars where he gets the symbiote before it turns into the Venom character. And I've read a huge chunk of the Clone Wars. Clone Wars, is that what it's called? No, it's just called the Clone Saga. The Spider-Man Clone Saga with like Ben Reilly and Scarlet Spider and stuff like that. But I've never gotten up to like the I want to say it's like late 80s into the 90s Venom and Carnage and stuff like that. Because I'm an idiot and I can't just read things I want to read. I have to go back and like start like way at the beginning of shit, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like, I want to read this specific comic book story from the 90s, but I have to read this one from the 60s and these two from the 70s and this whole side story from the 80s before I can get to that. Then I never get to the one I want to read because I lose interest.
I just happened to see some art from Blade of the Immortal
Mm-hmm.
on like Pinterest or something, and I'm like, oh, what's that from? And I found out what it was from, and I'm like, I want to read that.
Yeah. I mean, that's why diving into manga is so easy for me, because I don't feel like I have to do a lot of,
Yeah, because it's not structured the way American comics is.
Like, I don't feel like I have to do a bunch of homework reading to enjoy it. And it's not like I have to do that to enjoy it. It's just I want to. And it's not a criticism against the American comic book structure, even though it is like a cash grab structure. because I love American comics. I love the density of the interwoven stories over decades, but at the same time, it's like intimidating to start trying to read toward something like a certain story like that. So I get sidetracked reading comics and just stop eventually a lot of the time. We still have like our big fucking comic book club reading list that we started on and dropped off of.
Mm-hmm.
Because we were reading... What were we reading?
Treasure Island. Or something before that.
No, not the novel, the comic book club stuff.
Oh, okay.
What were we reading? Ghost Rider.
Oh, yeah, and it was miserable.
It was miserable, fucking boring stuff. Like the old Ghost Rider comics.
Mistral will not cure our poison. She just refuses. Mistrial, I'm sorry.
Mistrial.
Like, she just keeps healing us, but she will not use an antidote on us. Son of a bitch. Is that better than what I have? I feel like I have that. Yeah, that's what I have, okay. I wonder why this guy is a Frankenstein.
Who?
Sanjuro. See, he's got the... Maybe it's just paint, but it's a weird pattern because it's not symmetrical. So
Yeah,
it
maybe
looks
he
like it's
does.
supposed to be sewn together.
Maybe he does have some shit stitched onto his face. Colin says it's not a good 90s, 2000s game soundtrack without step sequencer bass and a fuckload of orchestra hits. I'm not sure what a step sequencer bass is. But the orchestra hits, I totally get, and yeah,
Okay.
you gotta have that. I really do like the soundtrack to this game. Like, it has a huge, like, deep anime fantasy fucking vibe going on that I love. I guess that shit going on in the background right now, that's like step sequencer bass, because that's the bass I'm hearing. Like that.
I should remember to use that shit. I never think about anybody having it.
Okay, yeah, it's that. He said it's that bass sound. Yeah, that makes sense. It's like that. Like it instantly makes me think of like The Matrix or some stupid shit like that. Or like that, just that era of early 2000s, like New Millennium action movie thing, like in Blade and Matrix and stuff, where they were always like going into dance clubs and killing a bunch of people, like into raves and stuff. What is it?
Oh, they're about to cut the neighbor's grass.
Are you sure?
Yeah, because there's a truck in there.
Okay. We're waiting on an Amazon delivery too. So.
Oh, well, I don't know, maybe. Oh. Oh, damn. I read about it last night because I was trying to make sure that the cores I needed were not part of the story missions. And one is, I'm about to get it. But these Ryu books are things you get based on how many times you've used the data drain.
Oh, cool.
I can't remember what they do. See, this is the other core I need to warp in, or to hack into the first gate. That I was originally trying to get into before Mistral told me to go to this place. Oh, I don't have any skill points.
Wow.
No, it wasn't an event.
Oh no! It started raining! I have to bring in the laundry! Sorry, I gotta go!
Oh.
That texture in the corner was so fucked up, I thought there was shit all over my computer screen. He leveled up once.
What level is he?
He's 16 now.
Thanks for.
Can I call Elk yet? Son of the bitch. So can I call Black Rose? Okay, well, I'm supposed to hack this gate.
You got your buddy Sinjura, the Frankenstein man, over here.
Okay, so there's some updates to the board. Oh, another goblin wants me to come kill him. Detestable golden new truth. Okay, that was it.
Oh no, they're cutting the grass. I can hear them.
Do have emails. Okay. A letter from Natsume. Alright, Gardenia wants me to go somewhere. Black Rose was asking if I got the core, and Natsume is just telling me shit about herself. But I assume that means I can call Black Rose back to the party now. Should I go kill that goblin?
Yes.
Theta, cursed despaired paradise. Sure, let's try it out.
But first I'm going back to the Delta server.
I just got a photo of the Amazon delivery that just got made, and they just sat it on top of our mailbox by the road. They didn't put it in the mailbox; they sat it on top of the mailbox.
You need to go get that?
Yeah, I'm gonna go get it before it falls in the street and gets run over. And
Fuck, where am I going? Do you want me to wait, or do you want me to go ahead?
no, go ahead.
This one might be really, really fast. Oh, he's got a little, like,
Over the early bird.
Crusader helmet.
Get 5 for nothing.
He is very, 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 very fast. We've activated a portal. I guess they must be magic resistant because they are not being hurt by magic very much. Oh, he's physical resistant too. What a bastard. I wonder if this will work. No, it already told me no. Oh, you son of a bitch. There we fucking go.
You're right, Colin. I have to be quick. We don't want those chili strap-ons to get run over. It took me a second to register what you meant by chili strap-ons, and then I remembered.
Sleep is good.
But also, that would really sting. Wait, that's some next level BDSM.
I think these boots,
We're made for walking.
it's true. They may actually be better. I don't know. They're way worse in some ways and better in most ways. I'll try them out, see if it's a huge difference. There were root vegetables here.
Root vegetable. Root vegetable.
I want, like... I used to have a big poster of all the first 150 Pokemon. I want a big poster of all of the grunty food from this game.
Yeah.
There was also somewhere Gardenia wanted me to go, but I guess I can go to this story one first. Still no elk. Oh, I actually had one more B core than I needed.
Well, this is different.
Oh, I love this song. La Pumpkins. Oh, I had a sword I was gonna give her. I forgot about it. Okay. No, mother... Oh, hell yes, bitch. Corrupted Fleshwall Dungeon.
Corrupted Fleshwall Dungeon.
It's full of the fucking SpaghettiOs.
That's Colin's next album, Corrupted Fleshwall Dungeon.
Some of those big skeletons you love. I got some cooked bile.
Cooked bile. Was that a fireman's coat?
Yeah, I think it's a Wave Master piece of armor. I gave Mistral one in the last dungeon we went into. Cooked Vial, temporary increase in darkness element. Blaze armor. That's probably something for Black Rose. What does she have? I can't remember the last thing I gave her. Frost armor.
Yeah, I'll... Bloody egg! Yeah?
Colin says cooked bile sounds like it would result in cottage cheese. Like, you think the consistency would be like cottage cheese? Just like a chunky, gelatinous, condensed human bile. What is bile? Is bile just... It's not stomach acid, because it comes out of your gallbladder, doesn't it?
Yeah, I guess so.
Bile, or gall, is a dark green to yellowish fluid produced by the liver of most vertebrates that aids in the digestion of lipids in the small intestine. In humans, bile is produced continuously by the liver and stored and concentrated in the gallbladder. So it stores bile to break down lipids, which is fat, right?
Yeah, because when you have gallbladder problems, they tell you not to eat that shit, you know?
Like, you have to eat fatty stuff?
Yeah.
So, like, what happens if you have to have your gallbladder removed?
I don't know, our art teacher had to have hers removed, remember?
I feel like a lot of people have
My
had
dad
yeah.
got his surprise removed.
Yeah, they just-
like, he was not admitted to the hospital for that.
Yeah.
But they were doing some other shit, and they just woke him up and like, yeah, we had to remove your gallbladder.
They just snatched the motherfucker out of him.
I mean, I don't doubt it. He used to take really shit care of himself.
Do you think he takes better care of himself now?
Yeah, he doesn't use the salt at all when we have dinner with them.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't... There's not, like, tons of candy in that pantry anymore at my mom's house. He probably saw how none of us wanted to fucking go to his dad's funeral and was like, well, I'm gonna put off dying for as long as I can then. You guys have got to quit splitting up.
What the?
And so, I shall name her Aura. Without you, she would not exist. The shining girl, Aura. We will entrust her with our will. Our future is in her hands. She is our...
You now have Harald's note.
What is this? I don't know, but Aura is probably that girl.
You mean the girl who gave you the bracelet?
The girl reading this.
Yes. I just think it's her.
Look! There's more over here!
So, like, who was talking? Teddy bears?
Field, broken by wave. The shadowed girl whispers, "Surely I will return." Alas, the truth unbeknownst, awaiting her at journey's end. Eternal mourning for her land.
Well, that doesn't make any sense either.
The first thing I picked up, and it was called Harald's note, so I assume it was somebody named Harald talking, just somebody we don't know.
I
And
see.
that was the first epitaph, which is part of the epitaph of Twilight.
Yeah.
Colin sent an example of some old school D&D art that he loves.
Oh, hell yeah,
Find
dude.
anything, I'll email you.
Do you know who did this art, Colin?
Okay, I'll do the same. See ya.
Okay, can I...
Right.
Okay, Mia's back.
Not that you don't have an appreciation for art like that, but you tend to prefer more stylized art.
Oh yeah, I love stylized artwork. Cause like that's what I was talking about with the 3E stuff. I remember it was just
With the what?
the 3E
Oh,
art.
the third edition. Okay. It was what?
It was just more stylized. Like I remember the halflings looked really like
Yeah.
I liked them because they had like those weird head shapes.
Yeah, it's got a little more stylization, I would say. So like it's definitely more competent than like first and second edition art.
Which I mean, I still love that kind of stuff too, where it's people who obviously, you know, whether they do draw a lot, I know in some of those cases it was just, we're just going to draw something.
Yeah,
You know, like
it's-
I may not be an artist per se, but I'm just going to have to make some art for this.
Yeah. But
Like,
it's
I
just
really, there's
sketchier.
something I really admire about people who don't draw usually.
Yeah.
Because there's like this weird confidence sometimes when they don't care. You know, if it's somebody who's like, oh, I can't draw, I can't do it, you can tell. But then there are some people who are like, I don't draw, but I'm going to draw this.
Mhm.
And there's something admirable about the confidence in which they do it.
I would say that's kind of the way, like, Tolkien's old illustrations are.
Uh-huh.
Like, he's not an artist, but his stuff is just, like, it's sort of minimalist in a way that it's just, like, that's all he could do.
Yeah.
And it comes off as really interesting with the subject matter. Okay, that's Larry Elmore's art, so that makes sense. Yeah, like, the 3E stuff has that, like, 90s art sheen to it. Like, it's got that, like, 90s comic book stylization almost, but just a little bit of it.
Like, I also, like, of course, this is always going to be a 100% admiration thing for me. The orc women, the half-orc women, are big.
True.
Like,
Yep,
I
yep.
fucking hate that shit when it's like, oh, here's the male of this race, and he's huge and jacked, and then the woman is just the thinnest possible woman with
Yeah.
the biggest tits and hips, but green.
But green.
Like, I fucking hate that shit.
Yeah, you're right, Colin. The Malfet album art is definitely like that. Like, it's very rudimentary. Some of Erang's art comes off that way too, especially the older stuff. Because, I mean, like, well, first of all, his art in general, like his hand-drawn art is like that. Because he does a lot of hand-drawn art for the, like the world building in the Erang project. But then even some of the older artwork for the album covers is sort of like
There's never a dull.
that old school Photoshop stuff where you just learn to use Photoshop and sort of put different images together and everything.
What is
I think all of that fits the Dungeon Synth aesthetic very well, so
What is it?
it's pretty cool.
There's never a dull.
She already had this. She has that. Okay, I think I'm gonna go sell these other things real quick. I need to replenish my fortune wires and health drinks. Save again, and then I'll go to that place Gardenia invited me to. Oh shit, I should go see my son. Fuck.
Oh, the Grunty?
Yeah, it calls me father. I feel like it asked me for something that I haven't seen at all yet, but I can't remember what it was.
Father, I'm hungry. I want to eat cordyceps.
Oh,
They
cordyceps.
grow-
Large statue of Buddha. I don't know that I've seen that anywhere.
I'm so sure you've picked up some cordyceps, though.
I don't have any.
Oh, okay.
I may have had some and fed it to him before he started asking for specific shit.
Mm-hmm. Here's another Larry Elmore piece.
Nice.
Like, I really love that. Like, I like stylized art, but I definitely enjoy, I guess, realistic art a lot, though, because it's, especially in a fantasy or horror or sci-fi settings, it's like, I don't know, it just adds to the immersiveness for me,
Oh yeah, Gardenia
for
invited me.
that kind of thing.
Okay, I thought that meant she was here. I didn't know that meant that I have to take her with me.
Today's been.
Today's been fun. You didn't fucking do anything with me, Mia.
It's you.
You know the artist Michael Whalen, right, Colin? It's like a huge fantasy artist.
So, what's in here?
Do you think a Hitori Shizuka would grow here?
That's what you're looking for? I hope you can find it.
Not here. It blossoms, then falls quietly on the mountainsides.
You're a real romantic, Gardenia.
Shut up.
I know the name John Blanche, but I don't know that I can call any of his art. I'm gonna go Google it right now, though. But like, are you a doom metal fan at all, Colin? Or like any kind of doom metal or traditional heavy metal?
Jesus.
Oh, John Blanche did all the Warhammer, or a lot. It looks like he did a lot of the Warhammer stuff. So I guess he probably did like the artwork that was used for the Bolt Thrower album covers, maybe.
Hey, this is going horribly.
You haven't heard a lot of Doom. Like, in specific, I was gonna reference the band, the Canadian band Smolder, if you ever heard them. Because they're like, you know, one of the new wave of traditional heavy metal bands. They have a lot of Doom influence. But they're like a purely fantasy metal band. And me and Justin at Monsters, Madness, and Magic got to interview the lead singer and the guitarist, who are a married couple. And they were talking about how on their, I guess it's their first release, they just sort of emailed Michael Whalen, who is, like I said, like a huge, like, Frank Frazetta level fantasy artist, and just on the off chance that he would let them use, like, you know, license some of his art, and he actually emailed back. It was like, yeah, sure. And now they, I think, exclusively have been using that guy's art for their albums. But that's just really cool.
We activated every portal in this area at once.
You survived, though.
I think that's better than what he has. 21. Yeah.
Yes? What is...
I don't know why these people will not heal poison. Like, they do, and then they stop. So, like, I guess there must be a mechanic for how many items they have in their possession. Oh, is this not a boost? Are these cordyceps? No, these are mandragora.
When I see the fluffy head of a dandelion, a thought always crosses my mind.
Like it would feel good if you could fly like that?
No. I think it would itch when the fluff got in your ears.
Did that dialogue have any relevance to anything?
I think it's just kind of like story shit you can choose to do with some of the people.
Oh.
So, like, it's just sort of flavor.
Mm-hmm.
I hate these motherfuckers.
Who?
These little witches. Oh my god. Please release me from the menu. Like, they just run around and you can't hit them, but they have, like, no health.
Mm-hmm.
So it just takes forever to kill them, even though it should be super easy.
I've never read any Brandon Sanderson, Colin. I have the first Mistborn book, but I've never read it. Is Brandon Sanderson also the guy who finished the Wheel of Time books after what's his name? After Robert Jordan died? Or did Brandon Sanderson finish the Dune books? That might be somebody else. That might be Kevin Anderson. He did finish the Wheel of Time. What?
He said he is the guy, but it made me think of the fucking Mike Ehrmantraut shit from Breaking Bad.
You are not the guy. Yeah, Kevin J. Anderson is the Dune guy, so he writes. Like, I think he finished up and then started some new Dune books after Frank Herbert died. He also writes Star Wars novels and StarCraft novels and X-Files novels, and he novelized Titan AE.
Oh, poor man.
Colin just emailed Larry Elmore about the possibility of licensing art for album covers. That would be fucking sick. What if he emails you back and he's just like, just Xerox the shit, man?
She can't use that anyways. I saw a thing earlier today because it was an interview with Werner Herzog saying, if you pirate my shit, you have my blessing.
Werner Herzog don't give a good goddamn. Werner Herzog would probably prefer you to, like, hold him at gunpoint and steal his movies than pay for them legally. Because it would just be more of a thrill for him. Mm-hmm. Justin keeps calling him Wiener Hot Dog.
Good.
He says it to me, like, every day. Colin says that if it's... Oh, I forgot you even mentioned this the other day, because you said it and then something else happened, then I went off on a tangent about something, but Colin says that if he can license some Larry Elmore art for under $300, he's going to do it for the collector's box of his tapes that's coming out next year.
Hell yeah.
That would be fucking sick, dude.
Oh, I hate these motherfuckers. Oh.
Colin also says, full disclosure, steal his shit. Like, I don't know.
Why did that turn into a dildo?
I definitely want people to, like, be able to just get art. But I also want artists to be able to make money off their art, because that's, like, what you have to do to live. So, like... I would say definitely, you know, don't pay for art unless you can pay for art. And if you can pay for art, pay for it as much as you can. Unless it's Metallica's art, then you don't.
Oh,
have to,
yeah.
Then you don't have to pay for it.
Fucking bullshit. All I'm getting from this dungeon is fire helms.
Oh, Colin, did you pick up any tapes from Fable Glade today?
Where is this egg?
And also, did you grab any of the Gondolin tapes that went on sale yesterday? Oh god, Larry Elmore's agent replied in less than 2 minutes. Did you get like a form letter saying that they don't do that? Because I can imagine that's probably the case. What if you got like a very detailed response from his agent? He's like, your music fucking sucks.
Okay, all of you enemies need to stand together for me. Okay. I'm too fast. Elk, you ignorant slut.
Oh, he asked which pieces you wanna try to license? Oh my god. just reply back the cheapest ones. Do you have a buy one get one deal? Tell him you want to pay Larry Elmore an exposure.
Okay. Alright. Okay. I'd like to move now, please.
Just be like, yeah, I have like 100 followers on Bandcamp, so I'm really doing Mr. Elmore a favor here. I'm a pretty big deal in the Forgotten Realms Dungeon Synth world.
That should be hitting both of those. Jesus Christ. Motherfucker.
Oh, your girlfriend's just more important than us, Colin?
Did you ask me to come along so I could find this item?
You think too much. Let's go back.
Oh, I don't even get to finish the dungeon shit. Okay, alright, I have email. Oh, new board. I haven't seen Alf either. So that was another group of players talking about a player that went missing. Some people talking about a computer virus.
What is this? They're saying there's a new version of the game coming out.
It's not the game, it's, I think, the operating system.
Oh.
Because that's what that shit is that I interact with in that other, in
like, the main menu.
this menu we're about to go to. Yeah, I can see it says,
Ultimate.
yeah. There's news. Neuro goggles.
Cat toilet.
Yeah, you remember Cat Toilet.
Of course.
Just came out. The product sold out in most stores. Which I think is like the virtual reality in this world. Here is an article about the rumor that this game is making people fall into comas. And of course, a spokesperson for the company that makes the game is saying there's no, you know, no real facts to back that up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and, like, there's that post of people saying, you know, there's a player missing and nobody can get in contact with him, and Black Rose just mentioned that post is really bothering me. I'm going to try to contact the people and see if I can figure out that place the player was investigating before they stopped responding to their friends. Also, Black Rose said you were kind of hopeless in the beginning, but you're better now, as though she wasn't the one who was a real fucking pain in the ass. Oh, here's somebody writing to Orca. It's Bob. It's late, but I got that thing you wanted. I'll be at the area where you said you'll take your friend. Mailer seems to be hiccuping, so I wrote here. Okay, so this dude says he's going to be at the area Orca first took me when we started playing. So I'm gonna go get back on the Delta server. I wonder if if I should go here alone or not. I guess I will. But I'm gonna save, just in case.
Welcome back, Colin. Does your girlfriend live local to you, Colin?
You're a friend of Orca?
Or is she long
That's
distance?
why you know this place. So, how is he doing?
Bad.
He...
Kite told Bob about Orca.
That's incredible. That rumor. It can't be.
Rumor? Orca also mentioned it.
3 hours away. That
About there's
sucks.
something unknown lurking within the world. You never heard about it?
That's what Orca was investigating?
I don't have the details. Linda was asking him all kinds of questions. Maybe she knows more about it. She's probably at Delta, buried pagan fiery sands.
Thank you. I'll check it out.
Are yours,
Oh, and here.
are your daggers, fire enchanted?
I think Orca was going to give this to you.
I don't know. They might have some elemental thing.
Yeah, because they have like a coloration.
Yeah, like they're very bright yellow and orange.
The fuck was that? Somebody just shoot the fucking lawnmower man across the street? Fucking lawn care assassination?
Yeah, it looks like they have fire affinity. Yeah, because I have this blazing wheel attack, duh.
Oh, that's cool.
I knew that. Okay, I'm gonna save again so I don't have to watch that cutscene again in case something fucked up happens. And I'm gonna go to this other area. What is this secret thing, though? Is it something I can use? Ups my magical defense. Jesus, it's level 22. Is she gonna be here, or is she gonna be at the bottom of a dungeon? Oh no, she's at the bottom of a dungeon. So yeah, I'm gonna go back and get a party.
Oh, it's you.
I completely forgot I had coffee. Oh. Oh no, melons.
Oh, no melon. Oh, no melon.
Like, I finished reading Blade of the Immortal, and I'm like, I really want to draw Manji. And I'm like, well, I don't know that I want to post Manji.
Is that the main character?
Yeah.
Why do you not want to post him?
Because Manji is, the original, like I showed you his design, right? Like, he's got a big swastika on his back, but it's not a swastika, you know.
Oh,
but it is.
Yeah, yeah.
Golden egg.
Well, you don't have to, like, draw the swastika, I guess. Put a jacket on
That's
it.
literally his name. Like, that's what Manji means.
Manji is like the word, it's like the another culture's word for that symbol.
Yeah, because, like, the swastika is backwards, you know?
Yeah.
But, like, Manji is the correct facing way.
I don't think anybody's
means
gonna
life,
know
you know?
what you're talking about. Like, that's probably fine. Draw some fan art.
But I also don't know if I want to draw art of him or the lady that I really liked in it. I mean, I do want to draw both. Alright, Sanjuro is level 17 now. I'm gonna have to get Pyros again soon. I haven't taken him out since that last mission with him. And I just got an axe that I'm pretty sure is better than whatever he has. Let me punch the shit out of my table real quick. Oh, that's a hanging skeleton. I could not tell what that was. I was too close to it.
Looks like he's doing like circus tricks.
Yes. Man, Sanjuro fucking sucks shit. He's got like no magic defense.
Is it because he's such a lower level than you, or is he not?
I think he just has
Bad magic defense.
bad magic defense. Well, maybe it's just fire defense. I feel like I've picked up a lot of fire defense items and been handing them out to my people,
Oh.
but I haven't really given him anything. He's a blade master, right?
I would hope so.
No, he's a heavy blade.
Oh.
So he's like Black Rose. I think he's got that green shit on his shoulders, maybe? Unless that's armor.
Yeah, I can't really tell.
Yes? What?
Hey, what's...
Hmm?
I don't know, the game froze on my screen for a second. I don't know what happened.
Are you Orca's friend?
Ain't this that lady? From Dark Souls?
What? What lady? Lou...
No, the one who's Artorias, one of the people that...
Oh,
Sieran or something?
Yeah, Darkblade Sieran or something like that.
Yeah.
No, bro, that's Linda.
Bob told me about you.
Bob and Linda.
It's about the
From Bob's Burgers, you know?
Holy shit! Oh my god.
The world is not just an online game. There's something with some other purpose lurking inside it.
Some other purpose?
I don't know. After all, it's just a rumor. But Orca and Balmung were working together to find the truth about it.
Orca and Balmung.
Balmung of the Azure Sky, Orca of the Azure Sea. The most powerful party known as Descendants of Fianna. But even Orca, take my advice. Forget about the rumor.
But I can't do that.
Hmm?
I am Orca's friend.
I see. So that's your reason. In that case, check out Delta Lonely Silent Great Seal.
There's a big seal?
Ooh, great seal.
Orca told me he found a strange room.
All
in that
seals are
area.
great.
May the grace of the Twilight Dragon be with you.
What the hell is a Twilight Dragon?
It's part of the Epitaph of Twilight.
What is the Epitaph of Twilight?
It's just
What are
some...
midichlorians?
It's just like the lore for this game. Like, I don't know if there's somewhere you can read it before it's told to you throughout the game. Let's see the katanas. Katana is Japanese for sword? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
Katana is Japanese for sword, yes.
Okay, this is protected. I do not think I'll have any of the cores I need for it.
Gate hacking.
An O. I have no idea where to get an O. B's are easy to get. I actually have a C. Oh, I actually have an O. I need 2 B's. So, we gotta find some medium-sized enemies. Those chicken mushroom dudes were giving me B cores before. Oh my god. Oh good, these bastards. Cycloshark. I saw you on a list for getting cores. I don't remember what cores though. That's a C. I do not need a C. Oh my god. I don't want a sword, I want cores. We turned that dude into a Digimon.
Colin has returned for a second time.
I wonder if I should even go into this dungeon or if I should go back and try a different word. I feel like that would probably be the smarter thing to do because I don't want to go through this dungeon and not have any enemies that'll give me B cores.
Yeah.
Rejecting pagan Haifa. Alright, what we got up here?
Mushroom.
Oh.
These stupid bastards again. I hate these things. Where? Oh. Big motherfucker.
Oh shit. That's what you're looking for though?
Maybe. I don't know 100%.
You said you see like medium-sized enemies.
Oh, if I got let my infection get to... No, it's still green-ish.
What happened? Why do you think it's...
Because you have a higher likelihood of getting items the worse your infection is.
Oh, okay.
So, like, you don't get cores if it's anywhere past blue. But yeah, like, medium enemies are supposed... or what I was getting B cores off of before. When I was grinding to go get the ones I was missing for those story missions.
Mushroom.
What's up?
Oh, you're waiting to hear back on the art. So did you have some specific pieces in mind already?
Oh yeah, they gave me a C. This one won't give me anything other than items. Alright, I'm gonna gate out and try another one.
Are you just jumping into random worlds?
Yeah, because I don't understand how you build the shit. I wasn't paying attention when Orca told me how to do it.
So, like, when you do a random world, does it save it after you've been there?
Yeah, there's a history.
Okay. It's just like, I know there's that list that you can select from that it adds the new ones to the list when you see them on the forums and stuff.
Yeah.
But are those like...
Like, there's warp history.
But if you go to the word...
It times out after a while, it looks like. But yeah, the word list is plot relevant.
It's plot. Okay, that was my question.
It
Those
definitely saves all those.
Those are specific.
I'm gonna save real quick because it occurred to me that I hadn't.
So did Larry Elmore do any of the, like, the Elminster novel covers?
Pumpkins.
Are the pumpkins still what your grunties wanting?
No, but...
They're wanting cordyceps now, right?
Yeah.
Oh, Larry Elmore was more active in the Dragonlance stuff. Interesting.
Quit giving me items! Ooh. Oh!
What happened?
I was fighting a scorpion tank and I used data drain on it and it turned it into a little crab with an onigiri. Yeah, I don't think this is the correct place either. This might be right. I feel like wood is the element of those dudes I was talking about, so maybe they'll be here. Voluptuous Organ Market Touchstone.
That's what they call me.
Then drag her up.
Colin asked about licensing either this one, Shadow Steed,
Oh, hell yeah.
which is fucking sick, or the Spell of the Winter Wizard, which is the one I really like. That is the cover for a a Dungeons and Dragons Endless Quest Choose Your Own Adventure book from back in the day
Oh, hell yeah.
called Spell of the Winter Wizard, written by Linda Lowry.
We killed those enemies so fast I couldn't data drain them. Whoop. Where are all the fucking portals?
Yeah, it's weird. There's no enemy portals out here anywhere.
God damn it, Sanjuro. I may have to come and do this shit alone.
They just killing the enemies
Yeah.
too quick.
Yeah, this place is level 2, so I don't know that I'll have any luck data draining anything here. Okay, so why don't we disband?
Thanks for every.
Thanks for today.
That's not better than what I have, is it? No. Okay. This is another level 2 wood area, so let's see. Hopefully I won't kill everything in one hit. Oh, it's another one like this. Big crab. Alright, well... I didn't get data drain on either of those because it didn't lower one to the right space, and then it instant killed the other one. Okay, well that was worse. Okay, this is just too low level. So I don't think going anywhere under level 10 is a very intelligent idea.
Colin wants to play Dwarf Fortress but has no time in his schedule for it. I don't think I've ever even tried Dwarf Fortress.
I've watched people play it, but I myself have never played it.
Yeah.
Hideous Organ Market, Far Thunder. Okay, okay. No, this.
Hey, has that thing got titties with faces on them?
I think it's just faces. I think it's just got 3 heads. Let's see what I get from these guys. I feel like they're too small.
We'll have to.
Got another Ryu book. Yeah, they're Acors. We'll have to what now?
I was gonna say we'll have to get Dwarf Fortress and like try it one day on stream just to see if we can get into it at all. Because it just looks so dense.
I mean, my main thing is I'm not gonna ever remember what the shit is, you know, because it's like symbols and letters represent the graphics, right? So I'm never gonna remember what the hell anything is.
Yeah, I know it's free. Like, I feel like I've even gone as far as downloading it before, but I don't know if I ever got around to like trying it out.
It also takes more than you'd think to run it, I think. Like, I'm sure we can run it, it's just one of those things that's, like, deceptively kind of robust.
Yeah, you can also play it with tile sets. I've seen that before too, so I don't know. Like, I would definitely want to try it without a tile set and see if I can get into it, and if not, I would try a tile set. Because like I said before, you played that game Odd Realms, which is a lot like Dwarf Fortress, but it is graphic-based instead of text-based. Yeah, we'll have to do like at least a one-off stream of Dwarf Fortress sometime.
Is this all that's here? Man, I hate these motherfuckers. They're resistant to, like, everything.
Yeah, that might be the way to do it, Colin. Is to do a longer stream with somebody who actually knows how to play it. So we wouldn't be so lost. But yeah, that could be pretty fun.
Oh, yes.
This is what you were looking
yes.
for, right?
If I can get one off of each of these, that'll be it. Of course, they're putting us to sleep.
Is that the next story thing you need?
Yes.
These guys...
Mia's gonna kill them both.
Okay, so like these guys have like a little tailbone protrusion, but when they have their back straight to the camera, it looks like a little asshole. It's like the cacodemons in Doom have little buttholes on them. Virus Core B.
Damn it.
Oh, it just gave you a fire bracer.
Like I said, it still doesn't look like I've gotten into the area where I can't get the cores anymore. Okay.
Cool. Cool.
Okay, so I can just leave here as soon as the battle thing stops.
Oh yeah, Colin. Link me to a video on the Dwarf Fortress basics. That would be good.
Let me go save again. Let's see if we can get through this dungeon before 10.
Dwarf Fortress.
Them dwarves.
Them dwarfs.
We're going to see the big seal.
Gate hacking. Man, I gotta get our YouTube channel updated.
I haven't uploaded a few either.
I've got to upload some videos and get everything that has been uploaded actually published. I think when we get this round of stuff published, we'll have over 100 videos.
Bitches be playing games. Snow level.
Oh, this place looks cool as fuck. Yeah, Colin, we have a YouTube channel where we archive all of these streams.
Oh, I think it's a big castle with an elephant on it.
Hell yeah, Elephant Castle. That's why I had to set up the music thing in a certain way, because I had to set it up to record the game audio and the microphone audio, but not record the music we were streaming, because that'll get it copyright claimed. But I did get it set up that way, so it's all good. Have I ever considered doing a music journal blog? Yes, I have. So, I mean, that's kind of what Analog Dungeon is. But Yeah, like you mean like a text blog? Yeah. So like, I don't know. I struggle with how much time I want to devote to non-fiction writing, because I currently don't devote any time to writing like I should. But as far as like music writing, so like I do the stuff for Analog Dungeon, which is you know, seasonal and almost specifically for Dungeon Synth, although I do other stuff on Analog Dungeon as well. But then for written stuff, I write articles for Monsters, Madness, and Magic, and some of that is music, but I haven't written anything for them in a while, and I'm trying to get back into that. But as far as like stuff I would want to do personally, I have a blog that I've set up, but there's nothing on it yet, called Hands of the Devil, and it's intended to be an exploration of heavy music, like in all forms, sort of like using Black Sabbath's debut album as a starting point, and then like branching out backwards and forwards in time and different genres and stuff, and looking at specific albums with like that either are heavy metal or have influences on heavy metal, like pre-Sabbath proto metal, and like old darker blues stuff like Robert Johnson. And then, you know, like actual metal all the way up to the present, like exploring the evolution of different genres. So like that's like a project that I want to do, like a really, really long-term project. But I am a massive, massive procrastinator. But as far as like just general sort of album reviews and stuff like that, I would really like to start cranking out more of those for M3, just to maintain a presence on M3 and maintain content being uploaded there, because I really like sort of the scope of that website and Justin's ideas for it. Because it's sort of like a crossroads of all media that has to do with speculative fiction in some way, really. Like it's just about like movies and music and just any kind of art that deals with, I don't know, fantasy or horror or sci-fi or anything like that.
Son of a bitch. I've got to get her a new sword. I don't think I've seen or picked up any swords for Blade Masters, though. Like, I'm pretty sure she still has the same sword that she had when I first got her on the party.
Yeah, I think there's probably a good chance that you have read or seen everything that I've like any creative output that I've put out there. It's probably true, because like there's not much. Like I'm just such a procrastinator. So have you ever like been to the M3 website? Have you read my articles there?
Does that shit not just heal at the end of a fight?
I just sent you a link to M3 if you're ever in the mood to look through it. But I've got a handful of articles there in the comics section, in the music section, and in the movies section. So I reviewed some movies and some music, mostly stuff that like came through as like review copies of stuff. So like, you know, we have like we're on mailing lists for record labels and production companies and stuff that'll like send us early review copies of music and movies. And then I've also written a series of articles on different horror manga, and that's another article series that I'm planning on continuing this year. But yeah, there's some stuff there, and there's a lot of other good stuff by other people there too. And if you're ever in the mood for a podcast, the M3 podcast is really excellent because it's mostly just talks with different creators from all kinds of different fields. And I'm on some of those podcasts, and I'm trying to make time to be on more of them. But like we've interviewed. Like, just recently, these are not even published yet, but we've interviewed the Tim Jacobus, who is the artist for all of the original Goosebumps young adult horror novel covers. We've interviewed some horror movie directors, like who have we interviewed? Let me think. My mind's gone blank. Brian Yuzna, who directed
Lots.
Necronomicon and Castle Freak. Like a lot of like low budget.
Oh my god. Baby worm.
Oh my god, a giant worm. I don't know. I don't know if Francis, if we would get Francis Robert on on M3, but that's definitely a probability because Francis does a lot of stuff that's not dungeon synth, so I don't know, that's not a bad idea. I feel like there's a lot to talk about with him across a lot of different music. So that could be a good idea. And Jacob said something today about trying to make some decisions about Midnight Ambience, so I guess I gotta talk to him about that, because I think he may have come up with some plans on how he wants to continue it, which may be a rebranding. So I don't know, it may not be Midnight Ambience going forward, but it still will be a podcast that focuses on music.
There's never...
Yeah, talking to Francis would really be cool. Do you watch Francis's YouTube channel? Because he does some pretty cool stuff on YouTube. Oh, you request some of his, or most of his video topics. That's excellent. I like the one he did. I haven't watched all of his videos, but I watched one a few weeks ago where he made samples from a Halloween like soundboard device that you would get at like a Halloween store. And made a little song out of it. I thought that was really cool because I've never seen how sampling works before.
Oh, another one of these weird rooms.
What is this place? The room. It's gone.
And somebody takes your copy of The Room.
It's like someone gouged everything that was here. No use staying here. I should head back.
This is weird. Like, you're just going to the ends of these dungeons with these really strange, surreal rooms.
Yeah.
This is kind of cool. It's so weird to me that this original quartet of games has never had a re-release. Like, it seems like there would be a massive cult following for these games. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, okay. This is how you get these things.
So this is like the cutscenes and the background music and stuff.
Yeah.
I like the idea of popping in your like a disc in your PlayStation and just like kicking back and letting background music play from the menu. Like, I don't mean that in a funny way either. I legitimately like that. Like, I wish there was more. I wish more music I wish releasing music in interactive formats like that was a thing. Because, like, I have, like, it's not like this is, like, a totally alien concept, but, you know, I have that, original NES cartridge that got released a couple years ago that's, like, somebody's remixes of Zelda soundtrack music.
Yeah, I remember that.
And it's got like a fully interactive menu and everything, and you just like select tracks and it plays them and everything. But it's just an album released on an NES cartridge. So like, I don't know, I would love for somebody to like release a fucking PS5 album that's got like, I don't know exactly what you would do with it, like visualizations and videos and stuff on it, I guess. I don't know what all you would do. But I just want it to primarily be an album, but it's, you know, like I like the idea of putting it in and
Today's been fun. Until next time.
Thanks for today.
you know, you've got, you know, everybody's got like big LED TVs now, like, so like you've got like, ours is like 55 inches, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you've got like cool album art for each song that's displayed in high definition while the song plays, or it can even be like an animated thing. Will you send me a picture of that, Colin, or like link me to the Bandcamps? Colin says that he has a DS cartridge that's a 90s Russian RPG soundtrack that somebody released.
Oh, cool.
You can hear them fast forwarding through the cutscenes. Please link me to this if you can. That sounds fucking amazing. I'll send you a link to the oh, there is no Bandcamp? Send me a picture of the cartridge, please. Like, you can only play it on a DS, right? I'll send you the link to the Zelda cartridge I'm talking about, because it's fucking cool, and I wish I could show you a video of it, but my NES got fried during a power outage last year.
Okay, so new mail from Black Rose. She's got a new place for us to go next time we go there, if I have the cores. Let's change the image, so...
Oh, I'm sorry, I misunderstood what he was saying. Not DS as in the console, Dungeon Synth is what he's saying. So it's like a Dungeon Synth tape release, but it's an old Russian RPG soundtrack.
Ah.
So they like recorded it off of the game.
So these were the original backgrounds that you start with, and then I've unlocked these images. It's Art of Kite, more Art of Kite, more Art of Kite, and Art of Orca. Let's see.
Should music be playing right now?
Yeah.
Press it again. Do the game freeze?
I don't know that it... I don't know.
Unplug your controller, plug it back in. Something fucky's happened here.
God, I hope it didn't freeze, because I didn't save.
Like, it's not frozen, it's still operating. What in the fuck? Is that the first track you tried to play?
No.
Okay. So they worked until you hit that one, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's got to be some kind of emulator issue, you know what I mean?
Like, there's no way.
Double click that. Just double click, yeah, and that'll minimize. I just wanted to see if that would do anything.
Well, it is.
What does it say back here?
It's just giving me controller errors.
Okay.
That's not what I meant. Please. I don't want to have to do that again.
I don't know. I've never seen it not respond like this. So what would you have to redo?
I'd have to redo that dungeon.
Well, it didn't take you very long.
No, but it's just stupid and annoying, and it shouldn't fucking do that. I guess I'm done.
You're just gonna do it off stream?
Yeah.
Alright. Sorry. I don't know. I don't know what to say about it.
Like, I don't even know what the keyboard controls are, because I have a controller plugged in.
Yeah, like the only thing I know is that escape will close the program, but yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't think there's anything to do.
No.
Sorry.
It's not your fault.
Well, I mean, for real though, it's just one dungeon. I'll do it if you want.
No, I can do it.
Okay.
There's no point in doing it on stream.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess we're calling it a night.
Yeah, I mean, I was about to. Anyways, I was just going to fuck around with these customization things.
Well, shit. Well, anyway, I'll be back. We'll both be back tomorrow, and I'm gonna try to play through the rest of the...
Yeah, I don't know about that, because you only played like 3, and there's like 3 floors.
I know.
2 you haven't even been in.
But I'm gonna play more of that demo disc tomorrow, so more horror demos tomorrow. But we will be back then. Bye.
Bye.